Bhurvassuaham tatsaviturvarenyam bhargo devasya dhimahi dhiyo yonah prachodayantam.
So namaste everyone. Today my guest is Pavel Kalagin from New York, Shivananda Yoga Ashram from actually Brooklyn. So hi Paul.
Hi, namaste everybody.
So we continue our discussion on very sweet topic, which is connection and the divine friendship actually between Sathya Sai Baba and Swami Sivananda. Okay, you're Shivananda Yoga master. So I spent really years in Sathya Sai ashram and also practicing and teaching kriyayoga meditation. So and we continue with this very interesting discussion. So let us remember again the symbol. Let us speak about this symbol, which we call Sarva Dharma, so the oneness of all religions. And let me remind our viewers that the most famous Sathya Sai symbol, which is like flower, God, the symbol of the Lord God in the center, and then some religious symbols like Hindu, Buddhist, Christian, Muslim, Sikh, etc. All around, of course, in this symbol we have sometimes 5, sometimes 6 symbols of different religions, and of course that's not all religions on the world, but the idea.
Zen Tao also.
Yeah, but it's like the general meaning is like all religions are in oneness. And of course, not everyone, I mean, if to speak about Sathya Sai devotees, knows that actually this symbol came from Swami Sivananda. And when Sathya Sai been to Badrinath, and so on the way to Badrinath, he always spent some time in kind of few days or few weeks in Rishikesh, in exactly Shivananda Swami ashram. And so that's actually the idea was taken from Swami Sivananda. So originally this is the symbol of Swami Sivananda. Do you have any actually story or information or maybe rumors how this symbol actually came into existence in the very first place? How Swami Sivananda created this symbol? Do you have any stories about this?
Actually, I don't have stories, but I know it didn't happen like immediately.
Okay.
Yeah. That's why it's not such a story like exactly one. He said and just did it. It was always in his mind, kind of, from very beginning. He was always like that. He was a very educated man, like Kriyayoga, like Sathya Sai Baba, that level in general, not only in yoga. He was very, very intelligent. He knew many languages. He knew many other subjects, objects. He was amazing. He was a doctor, very intelligent person.
Yeah. Let me emphasize that Swami Sivananda, about whom we're talking right now, was a medical doctor in his young age. So please continue.
Yeah, and medical doctor that time in India. He was in Indonesia then after, but it was like very high, like state of being, in general. So his consciousness, even without yoga, was very high from very beginning. He was born like that. It's karma from past lives. He had it already. So it's even if I would tell some story, which I don't know honestly, I can say for sure like it was always with him, because he was always too intelligent, like to understand what we're not supposed to fight and argue for many things like with religions. He understood it even before Rishikesh. when he came to yoga already, like, which was always in him also. His teacher just opened for him like this channel, like a game. But it was there. I'm sure it was pretty much, I don't know, I know you don't like this word spontaneously, but kind of. Spontaneously, kind of creative way, yeah. He just did it. I'm sure he did it like from my point of view, like very easy. It just came from him, like meditation, you know, not like thinking about it. It was obvious for him. He was like that. And actually, my teacher, like Vishnu Devananda, the same thing. It was natural for him from childhood, you know.
Yeah, it's very interesting that you know, now in the West we like to speak about yoga as something absolutely universal, which is beyond any religious tradition. Of course, for for ages it was a part of mostly Hindu religion, and by the way, not only Sikh people, Jain and Buddhist people also, like for centuries, practicing yoga. But basically, yoga is something like self-inquiry, balance in life, holistic life. And for the Westerners, it's very important that it's something which is absolutely universal, and we don't need to speak about religion. For example, in the West, I'm sure in in your ashram, which is like in the Brooklyn, and in the Brooklyn, it's like people who can be not many religious, but they may come and practice yoga and meditation and all that things, and okay,
It's
can be Christian.
like that.
Sorry?
No religion, they just come into yoga.
Yeah, but I mean, they may have any kind of like background in a sense, like Christian, Jewish, Muslims, and we're not discuss it. When I teach people Kriya Yoga meditation, I never discuss religion. Of course, I can take New Testament, I can Buddhist scriptures or Vedic scriptures like Bhagavad Gita and think about some essential message, but it's not a religion. And I think that Swami Sivananda was one of the first and really bright example who understood it from the very beginning. That's the reason why he chose and somehow created this symbol of oneness, like flower with symbols of many religions. And I have some stories actually about Swami Shivananda, that it was a kind of, like breakthrough experience, like kind of even channeling, like, oh my God, like, this symbol, it looks like not, was created by Swami Shivananda's mind, but it was like a breakthrough experience, like meditation, mystical vision of this symbol. That story also.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to say. It was not logically by mind, like it was in him, because actually it was him, he was like that, just natural way. And actually about the story, the interesting thing is that's very interesting, like kind of a story. It's of Swami Sivananda, it would be in a place right now, like to say. He sometimes he was saying it was very unusual, and especially in that time. He was saying about many people, like he's a good yogi. He was like French, like he didn't know even about yoga at all. He was just a soldier. And for him, just good soldier, just like the good person who did a lot for the country. He was saying it's a good yogi, not a good person. It was so amazing. Like people asking, what about Napoleon? And Napoleon, very good yogi. Like he could sleep on a horse like only a few hours a day. Like of course it's a Sikh. He was a yogi, like a warrior, like a kshatri. Like that's already like amazing thing. That's his point of view, like not about symbol, but similar things. Like many people, the real true yogis who did sadhanas would say, what kind of what he's talking about? who is yogi? He doesn't know about yoga at all. Like he doesn't know this word even. Like, but Shivananda was so much like wider. He was like hugging the world, you know, like hugging, like it was even pictures about it. He was hugging like the whole like planet, like it was big hug. Like he felt it about like that's the good yogi. It doesn't matter Indian, not Indian. Like it could be Russian priest. Like he is good yogi, and Russian priest was like, what kind of yogi? Oh my God, not a yogi. You know, like, but he was like that. It was amazing.
Yeah, you know, I've been in Rishikesh.
Like, many people criticized him for this.
Mm-hmm.
You know, many people that time.
Yeah.
Right now, much less. But
Yeah.
but that time it was like crazy. Like what kind of guru is that? Like the yogi, like the person in Alaska, like he's like from somewhere. What kind of yogi he is? He eats meat, like, and they didn't understand it.
Yeah, actually, I've been in Rishikesh quite number of times, even spent a couple of winters there. And of course, I was visiting Shivananda ashram quite often. And it's a very interesting place, really place of power. And even on the level of vibration, you can experience peace, oneness, unity. And let us be honest, actually, it's a Hindu ashram with all the symbols of the Hindu ashram and sannyas system, etc. But it's a very great example of pure yogic ashram when, you know, like the oneness of all religions and all cultures are really we're able to experience on the very deep level, not just words, but on the level of vibration. And of course, yoga, it's a self-inquiry, meditation, and it's basically now we quite often say that, okay, Jesus the Christ was a great yogi for sure. Yeah, you know, like, and
Shivananda told this many times.
yeah,
He put it on altar, even the picture of Jesus Christ, and the truly yogi was in shock. You know, like how, what kind of yogi, what kind of like how's the connection? And he said like he was truly yogi, like he knew it.
yeah, it's actually Swami Sivananda was like ahead of his time, because in the end of 20th century, much more people, both in India and the West, understood this oneness. But for the beginning of 20th century, that was not really easy. And of course, that's very interesting that for Sathya Sai, as a divine incarnation of our age, it was very easy to take this wonderful symbol of oneness of all religions and adopt it for himself.
Yeah.
And it was also example of oneness and unity. You know, sometimes narrow-minded traditions, they say, okay, we can take any symbol as, let us say, our symbol only if we created this one. But for Sathya Sai, it was very easy to take it from Swami Sivananda and say, okay, well, let us use it because this is oneness. If this perfect idea came into the mind of Swami Sivananda from above, then, well, okay, why not? Why not to use it? And of course, all these ideas essentially understood by Swami Sivananda in Rishikesh, then later on we can observe like fulfillment of all that in Puttaparthi, Sathya Sai Baba Ashram, like oneness of all people, different from different backgrounds, religions, and cultures. And that's, I think, very important for the modern world, because we're really experiencing kind of crazy stuff because people struggle mostly because of religion.
Yeah.
You know, 20th, 21st century, the most...
He saw the future.
Yeah,
the future. Yeah.
The religion must bring oneness, but now we have more struggle about religion than for money. Oh my God, like, you know, that must be just, yeah, and friendship. Okay, let me call it friendship. You know, like Sathya and Swami Sivananda is a great example for all of us. So we have your cat. Also,
Yes.
can you kind of show to just move
Yeah,
your camera? Yeah.
he's always coming on Sathya.
Yes, and can you remind us what is the name of the cat?
Mukti.
Mukti. So,
Yeah.
hi Mukti. Very happy that you finally, yeah, helping us. Oh my God, so
He
sweet.
feels the energy. We're talking about Shivananda, Satya Sai Baba, how, like, here we are, like, he's supposed to be here. Like,
Okay, okay, let us complete our video for today. So thank you very much, Paul, for your time. Appreciate your like wisdom, information, thoughts, and of course, it's a very interesting topic for I believe for many people. This great example of this divine friendship of two divine masters, Satya Sai and Swami Shivananda. So God bless all of us. See you next time. Sai Ram.
ॐ भूर्भुवस्सुवहं तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्